About 43 million Americans have federal student debt amounting to nearly $1.6 trillion total. Yet a new survey finding many borrowers are questioning whether it was worth it to take on that debt. Some of the results of the CNBC Plus Acorns Invest in You student loan survey in partnership with Momentive may surprise you. CNBC's senior personal finance correspondent Sharon Epperson has more.
After taking out student loans and working her way through school, Kate Bernick earned a master's degree and owed about $100,000 in debt.
I don't think I went in understanding how long I would be paying those loans back.
It's been nearly 20 years, and the 39-year-old senior communications specialist still owes over $30,000.
Was it worth it for what you're doing now?
I used to be really proud that I had a master's degree, but now it feels a little bit foolish.
Bernick echoes the sentiment of many borrowers. A new survey by CNBC and Momentive found half of those with federal loans, 54%, say taking on student debt was not worth it.
It's a mortgage without the house at the end of it.
Like Bernick, many borrowers said once the government's pause on federal student loan payments ends in May, they'll have to delay buying a home and other financial goals to pay down their debt. Economist Kristen Brody says that can create an endless cycle.
You have less money to pass along to your own children, which means they're more likely to need to take out student loans if and when they get ready to go to college. So forgiving student loans could help mitigate some of that cycle.
The national survey found 57% of adults believe President Biden should make student loan forgiveness a priority.
Broad loan forgiveness will forgive the loans not just of people who are experiencing economic distress, but also people who are perfectly capable of repaying their student loans.
We should be forgiving $10,000 minimum in student loan debt.
President Biden campaigned on this proposal. Some Democratic lawmakers want to go further, canceling up to $50,000. But these proposals haven't made it into major legislation. For Bernick, who held jobs at nonprofits and in government for over 10 years, there may be another solution. Last fall, the Biden administration made it easier for certain borrowers who have worked in public service to get credit for past repayments and have their remaining debt forgiven.
Federal student loans held by the Department of Education. We appreciate your patience.
But it may take some time. Bernick and other borrowers have until October 31st to take advantage of the temporary changes to the federal government's public service loan forgiveness program. The Education Department says over 70,000 student borrowers have qualified for debt forgiveness since it overhauled the program last fall. Andrew?
So before you go, student loan forgiveness, I should say, is such a hot button issue. How did people in the survey respond beyond the majority saying it should be a priority for Biden?
Well, views on how to do it exactly, Andrew, were mixed. About 1/3 of the respondents, 34%, said all loans should be forgiven. Another third, about 35%, said they should be forgiven only for those in need. And 1 in 4, or 27%, said they should not be forgiven for anyone. Now, we have a lot more about this survey on cnbc.com/investinYou, and I'll be breaking down the survey results even further in a special chat on Twitter Spaces today at 12 p.m. Eastern. You can join me then. Andrew?
Very cool. Sharon, very cool. And it is a hot button issue and a debatable one, and those figures demonstrate that. We should note that NBC Universal and Comcast Ventures are investors in Acorns. Becky.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.